everybody? Welcome to another live edition of Carlock Confessions. We are live. I am happy to be back. I hope you guys are happy to be here too. I know it's the 4th of July. Happy Independence Day, America, and everybody else out there. A lot of people watching fireworks right now. Hope we can get a few people on. I'm so glad if you do join us. Come on, get on and be a part of the show. Thank you for being here. If not, and you're enjoying fireworks with your family, I completely understand. But we are live and super happy to be back. I sure did miss you guys. Hope you missed me too and the show. But happy to be here. As you're on right now, hi, Katie. Thanks for joining the show tonight. Hope everything's good. While you're here, go ahead and give me a like and a share of the show. See if we can get as many people on tonight on this night before our official Independence Day celebration. I am looking forward to tonight's show. We have a lot of content tonight. Hopefully you guys are excited as well. I know I am. Hi, Katie. If you want to send a wave or a thumbs up, greatly appreciate that. Super excited to have you here. So hopefully you guys are too. I am super excited. Thank you for coming. It is. That's right. It is Hump Day. Carlock Confessions. Super excited. So anyways, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here tonight. I can see the chat. Come be part of the show. We are back in live. I'm back from Boston. Happy to be here. Not watching fireworks, doing Carlock Confessions. So like and share the page. We'll get as many people on as possible, but happy for you guys to be here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your night. I know I am too. So fireworks going off in the back behind me. I can see them. I can hear them back there. Everybody's celebrating the 4th of July. Hopefully you guys are too. Hi, Renee. Thanks for jumping on. Excited to have you guys here. Thank you so much for spending your Wednesday night with me. I am super happy to be back here with Carlock Confessions. Thank you so much. Big show tonight. Lots to go on. Lots to talk about. Hopefully you responded to the poll questions that are out there. We do have a couple of poll questions to go over. We'll do that here in just a minute. Happy 4th of July, everyone. Happy 4th of July, Renee, Katie. Thanks so much, guys, for being here. Super excited to be back. Lots of stuff to go over. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your holiday weekend as well. Hopefully nobody has to work too bad. We're going to have lots of traffic outside, a lot of fireworks going off. Love it. I'm glad everybody's celebrating. So thanks for being a part of the show. Super glad to have you guys here. Let's get right into it. We had a couple of polls. We have a big show, by the way. Big show. A lot of content. We had a couple of polls from the last couple of weeks. Since there was a hiatus last week, I was out of town. So let's go over those real quick. We'll do a recap. The poll question from a couple weeks ago was in regards to Marvel or DC. Comic books, I know not a lot of people clearly are into that. I only got 7 responses in regards. They all picked Marvel. Makes sense with all the movies out there. Marvel also my favorite. We can move on to the other one that we did the other time before that, a couple weeks. Have you lied about your age? Update in regards to that. 29% of you said yes. So people have lied about their age. 71% said no. I don't know how much I believe of that. Because at some point or another, it seems like people lie about their age. I don't know. Especially when they're younger, maybe older. I don't know. But I was honest. I have lied about my age before. I don't anymore. I'm very proud to be the age I am. I've gone through this journey. But 29% said yes and 71% said no. So that was a great poll. Thank you, everybody who was involved with that. It was really good. We do have a new poll up, a very special poll for the 4th of July since there's going to be a lot of picnics going on. The poll question of the night posted on the page, what do you prefer at a picnic, either hot dogs or hamburgers? I chose hot dogs. There seems to be some good responses already out there. Going to be a lot of picnics this weekend with the holiday. So I just want you guys to go out and do that poll real quick. Do the poll. It's just it's real quick. I'd love to do it. I'd love to get a good consensus out there. And then in regards to these poll questions, thanks, Renee. You're not very old, so you don't have to worry about that. But in regards to these poll questions, I want to say if you guys have suggestions for poll questions that you would like to know, or poll the Car Lot Confessions community, let me know. Send me a message on Facebook or post it on the Car Lot Confessions page, and I'll be happy to go ahead and put up your suggestions for poll questions or in the news or anything like that. I just want you guys to know that even if the show's not live, I still want you guys to be a part of the community, and I'm happy to go ahead and promote anything that you guys would like promoted, any questions you'd like asked in regards to poll questions, anything that you find interesting in the news. This show is just as much as yours as it is mine. I may be the host, but you guys really are the reason why this show exists, and you are what makes this show great. So I want you guys to feel like you're a contributor to the show. So please feel free to add poll questions or let me know or give me suggestions on anything that you guys would like as content as part of this show. And I'll be happy to include it because this show is going to continue to happen no matter what. And I'm happy to be here, and I want you guys to be happy to be here too. So poll question tonight, what do you prefer, a picnic, hot dogs, or hamburgers? Make sure you guys go out there and do it. Let's go ahead and go out there and get that poll done, okay? All right, so that's the poll question. We reviewed last week's poll questions. We had a lot of great answers, a lot of people involved. I liked it. But what I want to talk about now is the 10 things in the news. In the news was 10 things we didn't know about the 4th of July. It is the 4th of July holiday weekend. Before we get started and all that, I just want to tell everybody that I hope that you have a great, safe holiday. Be mindful of the people around you and situations and fireworks and the danger of those. Drinking and driving, and just everybody just stay safe and keep your loved ones and the people that you're with safe as well. Again, part of being the change sometimes puts you in a difficult situation if you have to let somebody know that maybe they've had a little too much to drink or whatever the case may be, but always be the change in a positive way, and that's what Car Lot Confessions is all about. And this is a great opportunity because this weekend is when we're going to see friends and family. We'll have picnics and be doing things together. And it's a great time to make sure that we spread that positive feeling, spread that positive change, and be the change positively for people around us that we see. So just kind of a challenge for the weekend in general is find a way to be the change, okay? All right, so with that said, let's go ahead and get right into the news. Again, a lot of content to cover this week. I know a lot of people probably aren't on right now because of the fireworks and the holiday weekend, but I'm ready to rock. Hopefully you guys are too. So in the news, 10 things you didn't know about the 4th of July. I put an article up there. What I liked about this article was really interesting. I'm not a history buff. I don't know everything about American history. Maybe I should. Didn't pay too much attention in school. It was a little boring for me, but that doesn't mean it's not important. So it was good to go through this article and see some things about the 4th of July. And the adoption of the Declaration of Independence is what we actually celebrate. I think that's amazing. I think everybody thinks that the 4th of July is the day of our independence, and it's not. And that was a wonderful thing as a refresh for me. It is celebrated today a lot like it was in 1777, which is great, where people get together and eat food and come together to celebrate our independence. Back then, they used to eat salmon, I guess, and they still do in New England, and with green peas and turtle soup, I guess, was the tradition. It's kind of moved towards hot dogs and hamburgers now, which is good, which is hence the poll for tonight and this week. But the fact that we all break bread together and we eat and we spend time together to enjoy the holiday, I think is fantastic. And that's what we should be doing, is celebrating together. So Massachusetts was the first state to recognize the holiday in July 3rd, 1781, which I thought was great, was passed by Congress. And approved as a national holiday in 1870 with the rest of the nation. So, again, great things. I'm sure you guys read the article. It was super awesome. It's great information to know. The one that stood out to me the most, couple of them here, 15,000 firework displays every year. So I think that's pretty cool. A lot of people are probably there enjoying one of those 15,000 firework displays right now. I actually can hear some and see some on my cameras here out the back that the city here is enjoying their festival right now as well. Billions of dollars will be spent on food. $6.7 billion, according to the National Retail Federation. $73 per person is what that breaks out to in regards to this holiday. It is a holiday which we eat and we picnic a lot, so I think that's pretty amazing. It's a lot of food consumed. 3 presidents died and 1 was born. Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, and James Monroe all passed away. So that was all interesting as well. The one thing that I really liked about this article, though, and I have to admit, beer sales. $1 billion in general in beer sales and over $560 million in wine will be sold over the 4th of July holiday weekend. To me, that is mind-blowing. It is literally the most sales of beer ever in the entire year. More sales of beer and wine happen around the 4th of July than they do any other holiday, which is surprising because Thanksgiving is the biggest bar night of the year prior to Thanksgiving. But the more beer and wine are actually sold to consume on the 4th of July. So, which is partly why I brought up the sense of making sure that we be the change in case we see anybody who's had a little too much to drink, offer them a ride or see if we can help them just to keep everybody safe. But that statistic kind of comes from all that information as well, which is very important and things that we need to remember. So, so there's that. But what the whole article here, the interest of this article and what it gave, what I thought about it when I read it, was not only the 4th of July and how great it was, but our independence. The idea of what this holiday is about change. It's about the change that Americans and the founding fathers of our country decided it was time to have a change, time to make a change, time to be the change. Facts about American founding colonies. They want to change. They proclaimed no taxation without representation. We all remember that. We all know that. That's one we hear a lot. We know of it. That's part of our independence. But what they did is they rejected the authority of the British Parliament to tax them because they weren't present. They weren't representatives in a governing body here in the United States when we were colonized. And I know, again, history lesson, a little boring, but what it really boils down to when I looked at it and thought about it was it's about change. They wanted a change. Now, they made the change through war and through more of a negative aspect. I do not promote war. I'm not a big fan of war. I believe there's other ways for us to make change, which is why we're a positive change community here. We need to combat the negativities in this world. But they wanted change. And what they needed to do to make that change happen was come together. Happy 4th of July, Katie. Thanks so much. I'm really glad that you're here. Hopefully you're enjoying the show. They came together to be the change, though. It took a group, it took the masses, the colonies, to come together and decide change needed to be. So they did, and they revolted. And by revolting, they absolutely ended up gaining that change and becoming the United States of America and earning their freedom. And there is a positive message here. The positive message here is that change can be done in the masses, and that's what it takes. And that's what Carlac Confessions is. And that's what I'm hoping to build here in the masses and getting as many people together here on the site and being a part of Carlac Confessions is being part of the change. The more we get, the more people we have, the more interest there is, the more people hear the message, the more people that, enjoy and understand what we're trying to do, the more change we're going to make. And I think that positive change is needed. There's so much negativity out there. We've talked about this in different areas and formats. And to make that change, it's going to take all of us. And I'm here to try to help lead that voice, to help host this show and be a part of that community, and hopefully bring everybody together. So I hope you guys agree, and if you do, let me know. Make sure you give me a thumbs up or a like in the page. Let me know what you guys think about the article and what you guys saw about it, what you like most. Maybe if you didn't like about it, that's okay too. Again, we're an open show here, open to opinions, of course. But reading it, like I said, was all about change and change in itself, and the fact that the founding fathers wanted change, and that people a part of that wanted change, and they came together and fought for something that they felt strongly about. And I feel strongly about positive change. I feel strongly that this channel, This outlet for media can be a positive place for people. It can be a place where we as a group, as a community, can come together and make change. I would love to see us sometime, if we get big enough, to get involved in charities and get involved in changing people's lives on a mass scale. There's other places and other sites out there that do that, but these are future goals that I have for Carlock Confessions. I want us all to be a part of that. Making change takes a lot of people. It takes all of us. If everybody gets involved, it does take one to start. It takes you to get involved. We all be the change, and as a group, if we're the change together, I think those changes can happen. So that's what I thought about the article. Let me know what you guys think as well. There's my other mom. My other mom's on. Hi, Deborah. Thanks so much for being on. Hopefully you guys are here to enjoy the show. Happy 4th of July to everybody as well. Again, fireworks going off in the background. I can hear them just over my shoulder. I don't know if you guys can see them or hear them yourselves. I can actually see them on my camera, which is kind of cool. But happy 4th of July. Hope you guys are enjoying the holiday weekend. Hopefully nobody has to work tomorrow. I have the whole weekend off myself, except for, I'll be back here one of these nights. But the In the News article, change and change itself, super important. And that's what the facts were about. And I thought it was really fitting just to have the facts. A lot of great facts on here in regards to fireworks displays and the oldest celebration and all of that kind of stuff. I think it's fantastic. It was a lot of great information in regards to the 4th of July, because sometimes we lose sight of that. And thinking about that, we do lose sight. Now, as I do a loop here, like positiveness, like positive change and positive things that we think about, need, and want to do, we lose sight of that sometimes, just as we lose sight what the 4th of July really is. We get caught up in the hype of the holidays. We get caught up in the hype of things and how things are, and sometimes we lose focus. And that's what I like about these facts, is they kind of bring us back to a little bit about the importance of the 4th of July holiday, and that we are actually celebrating the adoption of the Declaration of Independence and what it brought for our country, and all of that great information. It reminds us of our history here in America, and that people, are willing to fight for what it is they want, and to enjoy that, and to come together to do so. And it takes the masses to do that. And Carlock Confessions is a lot like that. So let me know if you guys agree, what you think. Again, give me a thumbs up. Maybe you can share this video, see if we can get a few more people on. Again, I know people are out enjoying the fireworks. I'm excited for them. Hopefully they're enjoying their holiday. My family's out at the fireworks right now, enjoying them out as well, and I'm glad they are. I wish I was there with them. But I'm also happy to be here with you guys, enjoying this show. I'm super happy, excited to be back. It has been a couple of weeks, so I'm glad to be on. Hopefully you guys are too. And thanks for being here. So if we can get a little thumbs up action in there, I'm so happy. I'll send you guys some applause for being online. I'm glad you guys are here, and lucky and blessed to have you. So looks like our firework display in town is over. I just got done hearing the finale. But the finale for the show is not here yet. We're still on and enjoying and talking about In the News. So let me know what you guys think. Renee jumps in, says Kara has quite the crew of boys with her. Yeah, she's enjoying right now. In fact, hey, my wife just jumped on. She must be on local and live from the fireworks show. We are enjoying it here. Hopefully they're enjoying it there. And yes, that is, hopefully the boys are enjoying the show. We always love to have them with us, and they're always a pleasure. So thanks for letting us enjoy your son's company tonight. Anyways, back to the show. Carlock Confession. So glad my wife jumped on. Hi, honey. Glad to see you. Let's get right into it in regards to the question of the night, since that's where we can move on in the next segment here. Question of the night: Independence Day is a national holiday and time to celebrate, as we've been talking. How do you show your patriotism and love for this country? That's the question of the night. Hopefully you guys will respond and be part of that. I want to jump in with the love for this country that I have. Let's just start off with letting say that I may not always agree with the decisions in regards to politics and Congress and the rules and the regulations and the way things work necessarily in government. Put that aside. What I love about this country is the things that it offers in regards to opportunities and the freedoms that this country has that No other country does. Now, we get caught up again in the negativity that our media puts out there in regards to all the things our president and our Congress and our rules and all the things that are going on in our government. A lot of negativity goes there, but we don't really ever talk about the positives. The positives, like we have a democracy, that we are able to go vote for our leaders. We might not always agree with the leaders that are voted in, but we get the opportunity to do so. And not every country gets that. We have a great place here in America. I have a lot of friends and family who have fought for this country, fought for our freedoms, and with their bravery is why we're free. Army, Navy, Marines, SEALs, National Coast Guard, all of them, Air Force. I know somebody in just about every military section or has served in some military section of every one of those. I call them friends and I call them family. And I honor them right now. I hope you guys do too. Honoring our heroes that fight for this country and fight for our freedoms is what the 4th of July is about as well. And that is something about this country that I love. We have that opportunity. I know people who have served. My dad served. I have friends that served. National Coast Guard, people that I know. Marines, Army, Navy, all of them served and protect this country and our freedoms for us Americans and people like you and I, so we can have these outlets of media and positive displays. This way we can have things like Carlock Confessions and have freedoms to go and do things that people don't get to do in other countries. These are the things I love about this country. This is how I show my patriotism. I am proud to be an American. I'm proud to be a part of this country. I'm proud to be able to be free and to be here, enjoy the freedoms of celebrating, like picnics and going out and doing things without having to have necessarily all the worries of being bombed from other countries right now. That's because of the freedom and the sacrifices our men and women of our military services give us. We need to celebrate that. So there's always that negative focus in the media about America, about the government, about what this country is or bad or this, that, or the other. But this is a time to celebrate the positives of what are the sacrifices of the men and women that have come before us and that are here with us now that fight for our freedoms. And hopefully you guys understand that. And that is my patriotism. So I applaud all of our national heroes in regards to our service people. Because of you, we are blessed, and thank you so much for being here and doing the things that you do in regards to America and keeping us safe and the brave. I give you guys every applause. Thank you to our military. Thank you for this country. That is my patriotism. That is my answer to this question. I do it by honoring our men and women. That is how I show my patriotism and love for this country, is honoring the men and women who sacrifice their lives every single day for this country in the military and service for us. So hopefully you guys do too. Let me know what you guys think. That's the question of the night in the news. We had talked about the 4th of July celebration. Question of the night is, I want to know how you celebrate Independence Day and as a national holiday, and how do you show your patriotism? Is it by waving the flag? Is it by having a flagpole in your yard or is it by going out and voting, or is it honoring the military like me? But you guys can go ahead and let me know, and feel free to post this on the Carlock Confessions website as well, or on our Facebook page. You guys can always answer the question of the night through there and keep the conversation going even when we're not live. So for those who are on live, though, thank you again for being here. Happy 4th of July. Hopefully you guys are having a good time, and make sure to go ahead and post some comments in there. You can be part of the show. But that's how I celebrate Independence Day. It is a great holiday weekend. A lot of fun. Weather's fantastic right now in Michigan. We do have some threats of thunderstorms, but tonight held off for fireworks. Hopefully the rest of the weekend does too, as everybody begins to celebrate. And again, I just want to put a big Carlock Confessions out there. Thank you for you guys and for everybody, and be safe with fireworks and with alcohol, and just take care of one another and each other, and make sure we continue to lift one another as this holiday weekend continues. So thank you so much, guys, for being here. So that was the question of the night. We're going to kind of move through the show. Not so many people on, but we can kind of keep the content going because we have a lot to cover. I've been gone for a couple of weeks, so we're back now. Thank you again for everybody who's here. Open discussion tonight. Quick confession. Let's talk about that. I was in Boston, as everybody knows. I had a good time in Boston. Happy to be back home with my family and friends and able to be here for the show for Carlock Confessions. But I was in Boston for work purposes for my day job, and I really enjoyed it. It was a great trip. As you guys heard, the trials and tribulations I had in regards to travel and the delays and stuff, but tried to keep my positive mind and met some great people while I was out there. And speaking of great people that I met, I want to give a huge shout out to a gentleman named Tim, who I met at the conference. He is from South Carolina, and it was a pleasure. It was so great meeting him. We talked about work. We talked about some wonderful things about work and some of the reasons for the conference and what we were learning there. And then we got into conversations about Carlock Confessions and about life in the media and things like that. And I want to give a huge shout out to Tim in regards to meeting him. It was so great. And he's a father with children of his own who is really excited to hear about Carlock Confessions and what we offer. He's a new member of the community. And he totally agrees in regards to the promotion of changing things and for the better because of all the negativity out there with the media outlets. And we need to do this for the future of our children and future of teaching them positive ways and having positive leaders and making sure that we're all making positive change and going in that direction for our youth and for the people of tomorrow as well as today. So I want to give a huge shout out to Tim. It was great to meet him. Welcome to the community. In fact, I would, and it's going to be probably possible. I'm hoping to do the show and have guests at certain times. I'd like to have Tim as a guest on the show. Let me know what you guys think about having guests on the show, if that's something you'd be interested in doing. I'd love to have you guys and actually have that as a segment. I'm still trying to work out how I'm going to make that work. I would love to have everybody see people's faces, but that might not be the case, but we're going to continue to work on that. But huge shout out to Tim. Really, it was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much for all of your hospitality and generosity and your friendship and your time. And I look forward to having you on the show as a guest and looking forward to having you as part of this community and being a part of the show. So, all right. With that said, that was my quick shout out. I want to move on as well. There was also a video posted. My wife posted it. Thank you, honey, for doing so. Wasn't necessarily something that I was planning on or needed to have posted, but as you all saw, I had a video of a woman. I ended up helping a nice young lady in front of my house. She got a flat tire driving down the road, stopped in front of my house to check the car out. I realized that she was in need of some help. And, you know, the truth is immediately I didn't even hesitate. I wanted to go out and help her. And these are things that we need to do for one another. And so I went out there and I talked to her, and she was super grateful and happy to receive my help. And we were able to change her tire in a very quick 10 minutes. Not even probably. I didn't time it. But it was nice to help somebody. And, you know, that feeling that you get from knowing that what you've done has really helped or changed somebody's day was absolutely there. And I did it because I wanted to, because I knew I could, and because, you know, I had the means to change somebody's day. And it was so nice meeting her, and she was gracious enough to invite myself and my wife and my to her engagement party. She's a recent resident of the area, doesn't know a whole lot of people, and it was really nice to do that for her. So it was just a really great experience. And these are the things that I want to kind of promote and tote on Carlock Confessions, that it doesn't just take the talk, but it takes the walk. And we actually have to be that change. And to do that, it takes effort. And without hesitation, I was happy to go out there and help her, something that I was capable of doing. I had the right tools to do, and absolutely helped her get on her way and stay on schedule for her day. So with all of that, I want to give her a shout out, and hopefully she's doing well. I don't know if she's necessarily a community member yet of Carlock Confessions, but I hope that someday she is. and some Dave uses this video. So hopefully you guys are agree, but hopefully you saw the video. If you didn't, it's on the Car Lot Confessions page. But those are the things that I'm talking about. Those are the things that we can do. It's the little things like that about being part of the change. So so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think. Go ahead and post on the site or on the page. Again, chat is open and live. I can see your chat right now. But that was that was my open discussion time and confession in regards to that. Right now it is open discussion time. So if anybody who's on has anything they want to talk about, again, I'm open to suggestions. I love to get some suggestions from you guys in regards to how I can make the show better, or if you have poll questions you'd like to have asked or answered, or if you guys have any in the news articles or things that you would like to share. Or right now is actually a great time to share if you have anything in regards to something like me going out and helping that lady. If you have something that's like that, or a time where you've helped somebody and want to go ahead and let us know about it, we'd love to hear it, because that's what this place is about. So that was my open discussion time in regards to meeting Tim and in regards to helping that woman out. Let me know what you guys think. Again, a little quieter of a show. I get it. It's a holiday weekend. But those who are on, Renee and my wife and Katie and Deborah, if you guys are there, I'd love to hear from you. If you guys are there, feel free to leave some comments and let me know. But if not, and you're viewing this later on, please feel free to add comments to the show as well. I do get notification when the comments come in, even if you view the show after it's been live. And so feel free to comment as this show goes on as well, and we'll go ahead and make sure to add that content to the video as it is added, and I can go ahead and respond to it as well. So, again, so happy to be back. Hopefully you guys are too. We are live, Car Lot Confessions, Wednesday, July 3rd. Happy 4th of July weekend. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your holiday weekend. I am as well, our holiday break. Guess it's not the weekend yet. The good news is we get a couple more days. Hopefully everybody's got some good plans for it. I'm sure at some point I'll be barbecuing and enjoying myself. And the weather hopefully will hold out and be great for everyone. And I just want to give a quick happy 4th of July to all of you. Super excited to be here. And so in the news we talked about, again, just recap real quick. Oh, you guys stopped in an accident? That's right, Renee, thank you so much. Yes, that's great. I heard about that on your Facebook. I read about that. And thank gosh that you guys were there in regards to that accident. I'm sure you guys were extremely helpful, you and Scott both. To me, you guys are absolutely first responders. And I would love for you to post a little more about that on the page or in the chat right now, because those are the types of things that, again, is part of being the change. So amazing to hear that you did that. So proud to know you and Scott and being able to do those kinds of things and stepping up. I think it's absolutely awesome. Let's see. So you stopped yesterday to help victims. The risk of traveling with a nurse and firefighter. It is in our blood to help. Yes, it is. Again, so great to know you guys. Again, you guys are toting and drinking the Kool-Aid of Car Lot Confessions and being the change. You guys are 100% some of my greatest supporters and exactly what this show is about. So thank you for stopping and doing that. And that alone has got to be an incredible experience. Just what you do for a living and being a nurse, and Scott being a firefighter and volunteering and doing all that kind of stuff, it's absolutely amazing. And these are the things we honor you guys, people like you, especially on this 4th of July holiday, for all the service that you two provide and the people like you. So thank you so much for all that you do. It seems like it is one of those weeks. It seems like a lot of people are being helpful, which is great. And it does warm my heart and is absolutely a Car Lot Confessions applause. Applause to you guys. So thank you so much. All right. So as we'll progress through the show, keep the content moving. We must go on. Let's go ahead and review last week's challenge, or the last couple weeks' challenge, actually, because I wasn't here. The challenge the last couple of weeks was to do something for yourself, to take 5 or 10 minutes or more if you could, and do something that was just for you. It was either paint your nails or, enjoy a candy bar or do a hobby you haven't gotten to in a long time, something to refill your tanks. to go ahead and make sure that when your tanks are full, you're able to fill others' tanks and be more a part of that change. So what I did was, of course, I'm going to go ahead and use my time while I was in Boston. I took time while I was in Boston. I got to indulge in some of the amazing food and culture out in Boston. I got to try a lobster roll, which was the first time I ever had one of those. It was absolutely amazing. And I also got to try some cannolis from an amazing bakery that I saw on Facebook and had to go. I tried some cannolis there. I am a cannoli connoisseur. My family is famous for their cannolis, I believe. We make the best cannolis ever, but I have to say that this place called Bova's in Boston was probably a very close, even second place or almost first place. They were absolutely delicious. I want to give them a big plug. Bova's Bakery in Boston. They are on the north side of the river. They were absolutely amazing, delicious, great customer service, and small bakery. Been in business for a long time. Don't have the stats on it. You can look them up. But they were absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. Just one of the best bakeries I've been to. And in fact, I hear Boston has a lot of great bakeries. It is the only one I went to, but definitely delicious. If you guys want, I can post pictures about it. Let me know if you guys would like pictures from Boston on the Carlock Confessions page. I'd be happy to do so. All you got to do is send me a quick message saying, hey, show us your pictures. And I'd be happy to post them up there, but I definitely don't want to bombard you guys with pictures if you don't want to see them. But I did get to indulge, and I do feel like that was something to refill my tank. I got to go out and walk Boston, the city. I was very impressed with it. I thought it was a very nice city to go to. I wasn't there for very long. Got to see some wonderful things. The waterfront was beautiful. A lot of people dining outside. It's the first time I've ever been in a big city where I got to see a group of people doing yoga together in these mini parks that were within the city, and it was actually all over the place. It was fantastic, actually. I love to see groups of people come together and doing things together. So they were doing yoga together there. I would assume it's a good support system, kinds of help push you to do the athletics and do the yoga. Shoot, I could even see myself doing that if I lived there. I thought that was pretty cool. There was places all over that were doing it. So not just that, though, but there was a lot of people walking around the city. It's one of the things I love about big cities like that. Chicago's that way. Seattle's that way. Detroit's a bit that way. But just seeing the people walk around the city and enjoy the city and getting out there bicycling was very super cool. So Boston's a great place. I definitely much enjoyed it. Again, I filled my tanks being there. I took some time out of my non-business time in Boston and went and enjoyed a bakery and enjoyed the food. And it was a really nice place. Expensive, extremely expensive, but totally worth it while I was there. And I would love to take the family and go back. So if you guys like Boston too, let me know if you guys have been there. It was super fun. Big shout out. I want to say hi to my mom, Lynn, and Danny, my cousin, for being on tonight. Thank you so much for coming and joining. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your third, almost fourth holiday weekend, Independence Day. Thanks so much for jumping on and being part of the show. So glad to see you guys here. We've moved into the question of the night, which was how do you celebrate your patriotism for this country? Goes along with the holiday weekend. And then we had some open discussion as well, and we talked about in the news. Hopefully you guys will catch up on all that. Happy to have you here. Thank you so much for being on. If you guys can give me a thumbs up and a share, let me know that you guys are out there. I'd really appreciate it. So last week's challenge, again, we talked about refilling our tanks, and hopefully you guys took the time to do that. You had 2 weeks. So I'd love to hear what you guys did. Go ahead. I can see chat. Let me know if you guys refilled your tanks and how you did that. Let me know how you do that. How does that work for you? Me, it was getting out and doing something for me and enjoying the bakery and enjoying the food there in Boston. Even though I was busy, I took time for myself, which was nice. And I think that's important to do, which is why that challenge, I think, was really great, and especially to have 2 weeks to do it. So what do you do to refill your tanks? What's something that you enjoy doing that helps you refill and become kind of more level? Because I'd love to hear it, because it's different for everybody. So if you guys want, be a part of the show, go ahead and add it to the chat. I'll go ahead and read that, and you guys can let me know what it is that you do to refill your tanks. As you guys are thinking and putting that on, I'm happy to go ahead and put out there this week's weekly challenge. Let's talk about that real quick. So staying on the topic in regards to food and the food that I had out in Boston, which was amazing. This week's weekly challenge is to try something new food-wise this week. I want you to try either a new dish, try something different at a restaurant, or even cook something new or different that you haven't before. And the reason why I'm putting that challenge out there is because new experiences and opening ourselves up expands the mind and brings positive vibes regardless of our outcome. So even if you cook something that tastes terrible, at least you tried something new. And actually, food is a great way to do it because we all love food. I love food. I'm on a diet right now. I got to be on a diet. But I want to know next week how it turned out. So I'd love to hear if you guys cook something or if you tried something new at a restaurant. I'm going to try something new this week and cook probably something new, try something different, new recipe, and try to expand that because we're all human. We do love to explore. That's one of the things that we do. We explore. It's in our nature to do so. And so this week I'm challenging you to explore a new dish or a new food at a restaurant or at home cooking and just enjoy that experience and see what kind of, it should bring positive vibes to you. It should bring positive vibes that you're able to share it with. And hey, maybe you'll find something that you like. Maybe you'll find something new to add to your weekly meals or something that you'll continue to buy at the grocery store. But expanding ourselves and going out there, and it doesn't have to be anything big or expensive, but something new. And that's what I'm challenging everybody this week. Hopefully you accept the challenge. Let me know if you do or don't. I'm definitely going to accept the challenge this week and do something new. So let's do it. Renee chimes in. I enjoyed my 4 days with no kids by relaxing, watching my shows, and spending time with Scott. I bet that was fantastic and very fulfilling in regards to your tanks. So glad you got to enjoy that. That's a great way. I'm a little jealous, actually, that you got to do that. I bet it was fantastic and hopefully really great for you and Scott to refill your tanks. Again, I'm hoping you guys will go ahead and post how you guys refilled your tanks in the last couple weeks challenge. Hi, Mom. My mom just jumped on. Thanks for joining Carlock Confessions tonight. Hopefully you're enjoying the show. We are live July 3rd. The weather's great. A lot of traffic outside. Everybody's coming back from watching the fireworks show in town. But the show must go on. So glad that you guys are here. Right now, we are in the current section of the show where we talk about our weekly challenge. Again, the weekly challenge this week is to try something new, some new food. Food-wise this week, it's either try a new dish, try a new recipe, try a new food in general from the grocery store, or even just try something new at a restaurant if you go out, something that you're not used to, maybe a little out of your comfort zone. You never know, you may like it. But again, the point to this is trying new things will bring new things into your life. You have to do that. That's part of the change. Is being part of the change. Is stepping outside your comfort zone sometimes. So the challenge this week, positiveness in regards to food. I love the food in Boston. I tried some new stuff. It was grazing, but I am going to try something new as well this week. I'm not going to use that as my challenge. That's this week's reflection. Next week's I'm going to try something new from the grocery store. I love to cook. People know I think they know I love to cook. I'm going to try a new dish maybe this week. I love seafood. Maybe we'll try that. Try new something outside the comfort zone that I haven't done. But that's the new challenge this week. Hopefully you guys accept the challenge. Look forward to hearing your responses next week in regards to the challenges and how the outcomes come in regards to trying something new or making a new dish or trying something different at a restaurant. Let me know. So if you guys could do that, give me a thumbs up in there. If you guys accept the challenge, let me know what you guys think. Don't want to hear no crickets in that chat, but I do have some people on. So let me know what you guys think in there about this challenge this week. I think it's going to be a good challenge. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to do something new. Maybe take some time and do some cooking with the family and try something different. So yeah, that's the weekly challenge. Hopefully you guys had a good week yourselves of the challenges that you guys accepted last week in regards to filling your own tanks. Hopefully things went successful for you for that. All right, so the show so far tonight, we are moving along. We had in the news. Well, first we had the recap in regards to our poll questions. The new poll question is up. Make sure you guys go and check out the new poll question. super goes along with the holiday in regards to what do you prefer for a picnic. Everybody, I hope, is having a picnic this weekend. Hot dogs or hamburgers. Thanks, Mom, for accepting. I love that you've accepted the challenge. I'd love to hear it next week in regards to how you accepted the challenge and how you completed it. Again, poll question of the night, though. Again, hot dogs or hamburgers. I chose hot dogs. I know everybody's got their preference. Go ahead and make sure you go click on that poll and let me know what you guys think. We'll review that poll next week as well. In the news, we had, hopefully you guys read it, there was 10 things you didn't know about the 4th of July. It was a great article, kind of led into the segue in regards to change and how our founding fathers wanted change. And yes, they did it in a violent way through war, but the whole point was they wanted to change and they actually did something about it. Carlac Confessions is all about promoting change and being the change, and we do it in a positive way. So as they did it in war, but it was still about change in general, and look what came from that. Because they wanted change and they came together in the masses to do so, they made a change, and here we are today celebrating our independence. So that was what was in the news. And then we had the question of the night. Independence Day is a national holiday, time to celebrate. How do you personally show your patriotism and love for this country? The way I did, I'd say again, a recap was honoring our men and women of our military. I know people in the Army. I've known people in the Army, Navy, National Guard, Marines, National Coast Guard, everybody. I want to applaud again who serves for our country, and through their bravery, we have our freedom. So I celebrate you. Give you a couple air horns. To all our military and who have served in the past and who serve in the present and who will serve in the future to continue our freedom here in America and protect us, protect our freedom. So I just want to say that's how I celebrate and how I honor our patriotism in regards to the 4th of July. So everybody out there who served, thank you. I applaud you. And then I also spoke about quick review in regards to open discussion, my time in Boston and how I was able to refill my tanks and go out there and enjoy some wonderful food and enjoy the city. Was able to meet a wonderful person out there named Tim. I gave him a big shout out. He is also now a new community member of Carlac Confessions, and maybe someday will actually be a guest on the show as well. I also changed a tire for a woman out front of the house, which was great. Being part of the change, walking the walk, talking the talk as well. Went out there and did my part, made sure I did everything I could to help her and get her on her way. It took 10 minutes, met a wonderful person of the community, and I know it absolutely made her day to be able to help her. So, and know that there's still good people out there. And it was really great. So hopefully you guys caught that video as well on my page. It was fantastic to be able to help. Then we reviewed last week's challenge, again, filling your tanks. I'm issuing this week's challenge. We just did that in regards to trying some new food. And that, my friends, was the show this week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We can move right on to now the next segment in regards to our positive personal recap or positive quote for the week. I did pick a positive quote for this week. The quote I picked, I found online, as I do most of my quotes. The quote reads, "Our country is not the only thing to which we owe our alliance. It is only owed to justice and to humanity. Patriotism consists not in waving the flag, but in striving that our country shall be righteous as well as strong." James Bryce. I don't know James Bryce. I'm not really sure where it came from. But that quote resonated with me. And I thought it was a great quote for today with us celebrating our 4th of July holiday and our independence this weekend. That it's not just about raising and waving the flag, but it is about justice and to humanity and what is owed there, and then also in regards to the righteousness as well as to be strong. I'll read it one more time. Our country is not the only thing to which we owe our allegiance. It is also owed to justice and to humanity. Patriotism consists not in waving the flag, but in striving that our country shall be righteous as well as strong. Great quote. Hopefully you guys agree. I thought it was a pretty great quote in regards to this weekend. Everybody totes and drinks the patriotism Kool-Aid around this holiday, but to think about and honor the justice and to humanity and to be strong and be strong as a country and as a community and as ourselves. It's not about waving the flag. It's about honoring those people, our men and women who have fought for this country and for the wonderful, positive, amazing things this country brings. Again, negativity is always brought in the news about this country and our government. And again, I'm not saying that isn't okay, because we need to know some of those things. That's all part of this country. I don't always agree with who's in office. I don't agree with their views. I don't agree with their choices, the policies, all that kind of stuff. But what I do agree with is that we do live in a country that's free, and that is brought to us by our military service men and women, and that we do have freedoms here that not other countries do, and we need to honor that. We need to appreciate that, and that I do very much. So that is to honor the 4th of July weekend for me. So let me know what you guys think. That is the last segment of the show for the night. But thank you for coming. Thank you for being a part of the show. Right now, I'd love for you guys to leave any last comments on the show as a whole. Like, share, and follow Facebook here on Carlock Confessions. Go ahead and click the bell on the 3 dots up there, so that way you always know when we go live for Carlock Confessions, so you'll never miss another show. Make sure you go ahead and follow us on Facebook and like and share so we can get as many followers for Carlock Confessions as possible. Super glad to be back. It was sad that I wasn't here last week. Happy to be back this week. Hopefully you guys are too, and you miss Carlock Confessions. From here on out, I don't plan on taking any extra days or being on a hiatus for anything. My plan is to be here, be part of the show every week, and continue to be the change no matter what. Hopefully you guys are too. So we are getting ready to wrap up here in regards to the show. Hopefully you guys are here to do so as well. But thank you so much. It's been a great show tonight. Carlock Confessions, 4th of July weekend. I want to go out there and make sure I'm telling everybody I want you to be safe, enjoy the holiday, enjoy each other, enjoy the company, celebrate this weekend, honor our freedoms, honor our military men and women, and remember how great this country is. Don't listen to the negativity all the time that's toted in the media. Continue to listen to the great stuff that this country brings for everybody. It's a mixing bowl. We have so many cultures and so many great people here. All it does is take the time to stop, say hi, give them a smile, introduce yourself, and get to know people. There's a lot of great people out there still. America's an amazing country, and we should all celebrate that this weekend. So thank you so much for being here. Carlock Confessions. So happy to be back. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it too. Another shout out again to Babbel. Thank you so much for letting me use your music on the show. Real quick, I want to let you guys know as well, I'm looking into merchandise for Carlock Confessions as well. Going to be toting some t-shirts hopefully soon. Let me know if you guys are interested in purchasing one. It would go towards Carlock Confessions in the promotion of the show. And hopefully you guys are interested. If so, let me know. Go ahead and comment on Facebook. Leave comments on Carlock Confessions. And again, continue, guys, to be out there and be the change. I'm proud of what this show is. I'm proud of the message that it brings. And I'm proud of everybody who enjoys this show and spreads the message with me. So enjoy the community. Enjoy this weekend. Happy holiday, guys. Happy 4th of July. We are done. Thank you so much. I applaud you. Happy 4th of July. Enjoy some fireworks, some picnics, some hot dogs, some hamburgers. We will catch you next time. Next week, Wednesday, we will be live, as always. Again, Carlock Confessions, happy holidays, be safe, and as always, be the change. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Goodbye. Happy 4th of July.